Hello students, come to our chapter Nutrition in Plants. As we know, plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis, and in this part of the chapter we will understand what is photosynthesis and which components, which factors are responsible for photosynthesis. We know plants are green in color due to their green leaves. So plants have green leaves, and on the green leaves there are small openings. On the surface of leaf there are small openings. Those openings are known as stomata. And now what is the function of stomata? Exchange of gases takes place through stomata. Transpiration of water takes place through stomata. So stomata has two functions. Number one, exchange of gases, and secondly, transpiration of water. Transpiration of water is also very essential process because the plants remove the extra water from themselves through the process of transpiration, and transpiration can take place only through the openings known as stomata. Exchange of gases means when plants undergo photosynthesis, carbon dioxide enters into the plant body through stomata and oxygen comes out through stomata. Is it clear? So, the stomatas play a very important role in the process of photosynthesis. Because photosynthesis, we need what? We need carbon dioxide, we need water. Water is absorbed by the roots, and the carbon dioxide enters into the plant body through the stomata. Is it clear? And so we can say that in the process of photosynthesis, water is absorbed by the roots. Carbon dioxide enters into the plant body through stomata, and in the presence of sunlight, the name photosynthesis, photo means light, that means sunlight. Photo means sunlight, synthesis means to prepare something. So photosynthesis collectively means to synthesize the food in the presence of sunlight. So it means from the name, it is clearly indicated that photosynthesis can take place only during the sunlight. During night period, when there is no sunlight, there will be no photosynthesis. Is it clear? Photosynthesis can take place only in the presence of sunlight. And when carbon dioxide and water combine with each other, they make carbohydrates, and oxygen is released out from the plant, and that oxygen is consumed by us. Hence, plants are making a balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in this ecosystem. That's why plants are very much essential for the life, for the existence of life on earth. And now we come to know what are the components, what are the factors essential for the photosynthesis. Number one, carbon dioxide. Number two, water. And number three, very much essential, that is sunlight. Is it clear? Now we come to know that plants are able to make their own food. And such mode of nutrition in which plants are able to make their own food, this is known as autotrophic mode of nutrition. Clear? When plants are able to make their own food from inorganic raw material. Carbon dioxide is also inorganic material, water is also inorganic material, and these both are the raw materials for the plant. So, plants are able to make their own food from inorganic raw material by their own in the presence of sunlight. Such mode of nutrition is known as autotrophic mode of nutrition, and because plants undergo autotrophic mode of nutrition and plants can make their own food, that's why plants are known as autotrophs. Auto means self. Auto means self. Troph means nutrition. So, self nutrition. When anybody is nourishing itself by its own, this is known as autotrophic mode of nutrition, and the organism who undergo autotrophic mode of nutrition are known as autotrophs. So, plants are able to make their own food from inorganic raw material, that is carbon dioxide and water, in the presence of sunlight. So, plants are called autotrophs. Such mode of nutrition is known as autotrophic mode of nutrition. Now the question arises, why do only green parts of the plant undergo photosynthesis? Why do only green parts? Because in the starting of this video, I have shown you the leaf, not the stem or root, not the fruit, not even the flowers. Why only the green parts? Green part can be the green stem also. Green part can be the green leaf also. So question arises, why do only green parts of plant undergo photosynthesis? Because the green part of the plant has a special pigment that is known as a chlorophyll. Green parts of a plant have a special pigment that is known as chlorophyll. And what is the function of chlorophyll? The chlorophyll has a speciality to trap the sunlight. Because in the kitchen, if we have all the things to make, all the raw material is available, vegetables are there, onion is there, water is there, oil is there, but if there is no gas chulha or no cylinder, then how can we prepare our food? Hence, in the same way, the plants have carbon dioxide, plants have water, but if they don't have their own gas chulha, they don't have their source of energy, then how can make their food? In this way, in this case, the chlorophyll will act as a gas chulha. Clear? The chlorophyll has a special capacity, it has a speciality to trap the sunlight, to trap the source of energy, to trap the solar energy to make their food. Is it clear? For the plants are able to make their food with the help of carbon dioxide and water only in the presence of any source of energy, and that source of energy is sunlight, and sunlight can be trapped by only the green pigment chlorophyll. The anise of the cell which has a chlorophyll, that will be able to trap the sunlight, to trap the solar energy. So only green part of the plant has that chlorophyll. So we say that only the green part of plant is able to make their own food, or they are able to undergo photosynthesis. इसीलिए chlorophyll is also known as a kitchen of the cell also. Chloroplast, there is a chlorophyll is stored in a chloroplast. So chloroplast is known as the kitchen of the cell also. Now, the plants which are non-green in color, which do not have any chloroplast or which do not have any chlorophyll, pigment chlorophyll, so those plants cannot undergo the process of photosynthesis because they don't have chlorophyll. they are not able to trap the solar energy. That's why they can't undergo photosynthesis. So they cannot make their own food. They will get their food from other organism or other plants. When any plant get its food from other plants or other material or any other organism, this mode of nutrition is known as heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and such plants are known as heterotrophs. For example, let us take the example, one more example, mushroom. Mushroom is white in color. It means it does not have any chlorophyll. So it is not able to make its own food. So it will take food from other sources. For example, mushroom takes its food from dead and decaying material. So it will undergo saprotrophic mode of nutrition, which is a type of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So mushroom is known as heterotroph, not autotroph. Clear? Cuscuta is one more example. Cuscuta is also a plant, yellow color threads which spread on the big tree or a big plant. These are the Cuscuta is just a yellow colored thread. It does not have any chlorophyll. It cannot make its own food. It cannot undergo autotrophic mode of nutrition. So what is left? Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. It will get ready-made food from other plants on which it grows. So it is just like a parasite for the plant, and plant on which the Cuscuta grown, that will be known as a host. Such mode of nutrition are known as heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and these two plants, Cuscuta and mushroom, these are heterotrophs. Is it clear? And now, on the basis of this video, you have to solve the worksheet. There are only few questions. First question is, what is autotrophic mode of nutrition? Second question is, what are autotrophs? Third is, what is photosynthesis? Fourth, name the components required for photosynthesis. That's all for today, and we will proceed this chapter by next videos. Thank you.